My name is Jeff. I'm from Kansas State University, and I'm what you call your sports buff. I played all the sports in high school. Going into college, I had the opportunity to play 3 Division I sports or a Division II sport, and I chose, and they were baseball, football, basketball, and soccer, and I chose baseball. So I went to Kansas State to play baseball, and I had a girlfriend going there, and I joined a fraternity. So I was playing a varsity sport. I had a girlfriend. I was in a fraternity. I was living the college life, and basically within 1 month of college, I quit playing baseball. My girlfriend and our relationship was on the rocks, and the fraternity was just cranking out. It was just awesome. I just loved the party scene and all that went with it. And it's finally about November my freshman year. Went to Colorado for our football game, and it's the first time I heard the gospel presented to me, and it was presented by my brother, who had become a Christian like a year or two earlier. And it's kind of, to me, it was like it pushed me away from him, because I viewed his life, and what he had done, like what I had done as when we were children, and I was just like, how can he be telling this stuff when he did all that? And so it was kind of like, it pushed me away, but in a sense, it also, I heard, it was just one time that I'd heard the gospel, and he continued to build into me, and I continued to see his way of life and how it was different than mine, and how I really wanted that way of life. And so by December, the fraternity was awesome still, but my grades were just terrible. So I didn't think I was going to make initiation. Of course, my sports, everything with that was done, and then my relationship with my girlfriend was still on the rocks. And then by January, I thought everything was good with my girlfriend and I did get initiated, but the fraternity life was just wasn't filling me up like I thought it was. And January 21st, God's staff shared the gospel again with me, which is like basically, Christ and what He did for us. And he presented in a way that I'd never heard it before. And and at that point, I was in desperate need of something to fill me, and God was just right there to say, look, it's me. And so I accepted that on January 21st of my freshman year. And 2 weeks later, my girlfriend broke up with me, and she had been like cheating on me, and it was probably one of the hardest things I ever went through. And to think that I accepted God, and then He took what I thought was the best thing away from me, to come to find out that that was the best thing that could ever happen to me was that. And it's kind of like the lifeguard thing. Like, what are lifeguards supposed to do when people are drowning? I always thought that you would go out and save them, but it's not like that. If someone's drowning, you wait till they stop kicking, and that's exactly what God did with me. As I was drowning, He waited for me to breathe my last, and once I did that, that's when He reached down and basically extended His hand. He was like, here, Jeff, let me help you up. And so at that point, that's when I accepted Christ in my life, and I took on this new life with Christ in it. And since then, it's just,